Today we'll be working on a 2014 Ford Escape, and this is the 4-cylinder non-turbo model. It's kind of the base model, but it still has 4-wheel disc brakes. Okay, I got all of my tools together that I think I'll need, which is floor jack, jack stands for safety, Torx bits, the brake shoes for the front. At least the delivery guy's supposed to be bringing the rears and the bearings, just an impact wrench to speed things up, WD-40 in case, and a socket set with basic tools and sockets in it. So we'll get started. Okay, before getting started, you need to find your jacking points, and on this car they're under the sill here. And these are structural points designed for the car to hold the weight. You can see right there, there's a little arrow stating that's where you should jack the car from, so you don't go under an oil pan and poke a hole in your oil pan or make things worse. So there's extra supports in this area to hold the car. Okay, before getting started, you need to make sure your lug nuts are loose, and then before jacking it up, so like while it's still on the ground, go ahead and at least loosen the lug nuts. So on this vehicle, the caliper bolts on the top and bottom here there's a little cap that you can snap off that covers the hex or Allen head. And on this one, it's a 7mm, so it's about that size right there. And you access it like that, and then loosen the caliper. There's another one down below, has a little cap on it also, keeps the dirt out of it, so you don't lose the caps. There's like a little rubber boot that protects it. Go in, just bump it a little bit, and they come off. You gotta be real careful with the brake lines too. You don't want to twist on them or snap this little piece of metal line right here. And you can see, so get the focus here. The rotor, it's right here. Brake pad that's left, and there's the metal part of the pad, and this is the boot for the caliper piston. So you can see the caliper is pretty far out, and there's not a whole lot of wear left in the brakes themselves, so it's about time to get them replaced. So you can see on these that the car actually has 110,000 miles on it, and we had it since it had about 2,000 miles. It was just barely broken in. So this is the same brake pads, never been replaced. You can see on the back it still says the Ford logo, and they've actually lasted there's still actually some life left in them. And I was thinking 110,000 miles they would be totally gone, but it's getting pretty thin there. Some spots it's getting pretty thin, but yeah, we're not hard on our brakes. We just slow down early enough and we don't wear them out. So now we gotta put it back together. So for the rear axle on the 2014 Ford Escape, I ordered new. So now we got the lug nuts loose, so we need to jack up the back of the car, put a jack stand under it, and pull the wheel off. Okay, let's just take a look at the brake shoes after 110,000 miles. Sounds getting pretty thin. I mean, you get much thinner than that, more use out of it, you're gonna start scraping and ruining your rotor. That one too. So about time for some new pads on the back here. Next stop, rear. You can see this is the parking brake cable that goes into this mechanism and attaches right here, and we won't have to do anything to it. We just need to remember there's a parking brake on here, and take a look at the shoes. Yeah, this rotor's not in bad shape really. Let's check this rotor. Yeah, it's not in bad shape. No ridges. And no build up right there or out here at the edge. No grooving. And yeah, this rotor I've already pulled off, but I didn't really take a look at it. Yeah, it's not in bad shape at all. So, gotta do this side, pull the brakes off of it, and then I'm gonna pull the hub off and replace the hub on this side too. Okay, so the first step is going to be getting the caliper, the piston, back in the sleeve here. So we're going to have to push this back. As you can see from the old shoes how thin they were, and the new shoes are much thicker. So to account for that space, we're gonna have to push the piston back in. Then we'll just mount the new shoes, or the new pads. I keep saying shoes like drum brakes. The new pads, and mount it onto the bracket here, and the bolts mount to this bracket, and it holds it back on. So should be fairly easy. If you ever done disc brakes, this is probably one of the easier ones to do. Ones in the back are a little bit more difficult, but not much, because of the parking brake cable kind of gets in your way. and they're a little bit different. The pads are actually smaller on the back than they are on the front, because most of your braking's done on the front. And so we'll get to it. Okay, the back is a little bit different when you get to the point of trying to compress the piston in. Notice there's two little marks there. There's a specialty tool that you can use to turn the piston back in, and you can get them from the auto parts store, but I forgot to pick it up. And another way to do it, if you don't want to bother with the specialty tool, is taking a pair of pliers or needle nose, and you stick them in those two little holes. And it's gonna be hard to do with holding the camera, but you can see, you put it in there and then you turn the needle nose. So let me mount the camera and we'll continue with the brake install. Okay, to install the rear brake pads, you have to get the piston to return in, because these pads are much thicker than the old ones and they won't fit, plus the rotor, so got to go a long ways to get them in. You can get a special tool to do this, and it'll fit right in here, and it'll screw this back in. Just see these two little holes here in the piston. It has to rotate and to return it back down in the cylinder. And I don't have the tool, so I'm going to use a pair of pliers to turn it down in. Okay, now that you can see, squeeze the piston back down into the cylinder. It's almost level with the boot. There's much more room in here for the pads. So, and with the needle nose pushing a lot of pressure on it, eventually it starts moving. Seems like at first you're just turning and nothing's happening, and then finally, I was putting a lot of pressure on it and it finally starts moving. So next is the brake pads. Spring one goes inside, and I like to just put them on there in place. And then now you should have plenty of room with the piston returned in. And then you get these little bolts lined up. And this is a, what is this? Number 7mm Allen head. And around and put your little bleeder boot back on, and each of those have these little plugs to put back on. Come on, get it there. It keeps the dirt out. It should be floating. And then you got this spring that you have to put back on. There we go. Should be good now. So I replace the hub and the bearings, and then while you have to take it all apart, I went ahead and replaced the brake pads. And this car has 115,000 miles on it, and those were the original brake pads from Ford. And basically a one-owner car, so you know how many brakes have been on it. So they last a good while. Hopefully these brakes will last that long too. All right, thanks for watching, everybody, and click like and subscribe. Bye.